The current spoiler warning level is butterscotch.
Friends and folks, for this episode, you're looking at a spoiler warning level of butterscotch. We're talking about a bunch of machines from Gundam AGE through the whole run of that show. If you are a GGP listener, obviously, that's already been covered. But just a friendly warning, if you care about AGE spoilers, this will have those. Please enjoy the episode. Hello friends and folks, and welcome back to another episode of Mechanista and G. We're gonna, listen, we had, no fun intro. Here's your intro. We were going to do a listener request. We rolled the listener request, and it's gonna take some prep on our side. So we're not doing it right now. Instead, we are going to just get to it later. In the meantime, we will do this.
Sometimes
it's just a normal roll.
Sometimes you start reading the lore of a card game and you are suffering from allergies because it is that season, and your brain starts to melt and you start going, I need to prep so that I give this episode a fair shake instead of sounding like I'm dying. So this is my fault, but yeah.
I was like, let's just sound like we're dying, and Dylan was like, that's not very professional, and I said, have you met me? But yeah, instead, the dice box. Everybody likes the dice box, by which I mean, if you don't, I don't really know why you listen to this show. I guess there are probably some people who are like, I love the show, I hate their methodology. Just like, oh,
yeah. Well,
thanks for bearing with us anyway, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I know some friends who were like that even, and I'm like,
oh,
yeah, it's fine. They can deal with it.
Mm.
Oh God, I was like, what's today's high out here? It's a high of 40 with rain.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I hate the dice. I don't know that I want to talk about these.
Oh, now we got Six's nightmare. Okay.
It's just not my favorite. It's fine. That's how this works,
okay,
right?
It's not the bound dock, clearly. We've already done that. So, what else isn't
It's
your
the bound
favorite?
dock too. Yeah, you caught me.
Okay, yeah. Alright, well, I guess it's guessing game time for Dylan. What designs doesn't Six like? That's kind of a little bit of a hint.
If, given... This isn't so bad.
It sounds like you're bargaining with, like, something or someone.
It's like you went to a restaurant you didn't like, but then you saw something on the menu and you're like, hey, that's alright. This is alright.
Okay. Alright, well.
You'll get it pretty fast, I bet.
Okay, let's see.
But, no pressure. And by which, I mean, you're literally performing.
Okay,
some pressure.
Okay, this looks like this would be... Well, this looks like Ebikawa style art, so this looks like it would be something from either 00 or AGE to me, just at a glance. Just given the line style, but I assume I'm wrong given that reaction. And also given that it's something... It doesn't look like it's a seed thing, because like, when you had that reaction, my brain went, is that, would that be a seed reaction? But, I don't know, it's just... I'm looking at this, though. It's just that it has, like, a very digital coloring to it in a way that, like, looks, I don't know, more, like,
Like, it has more, like depth to it. It seems a little more three-dimensional.
Well, it's the shading, right? Like, yeah, the shading is, like, this is clearly not Okawara-style art or shading or lines. So, alright, well, you know what, give me a bit more.
Okay.
This isn't like the G-Bouncer or any of those, I don't think. Wait a minute. Is this the G-Bouncer or the,
This is the G-Bouncer.
I can't believe I said that! Oh, that's so fun. See,
I had a moment of, like, does that count as a guess? No, I don't think it does.
So, here's the problem. You're, like, interesting. You saying that after I said 00 or AGE started making me second guess whether it was AGE or something.
Good.
And I was
Fuck
like,
you.
oh, so it's probably not AGE then. No, it is. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, there's a couple of fun guys out of this though. Not to mention, I mean, honestly, I think AGE has good designs in general. Honestly, a lot of the time.
I guess, honestly, I think it's just the Gundam Ages themselves that I'm more... And there are some good ones, but,
Yeah. The G-Bouncer, though. So, yeah, this is Wolf Eniakel's final unit. From, well, Mobile Suit Gundam AGE. He originally uses a Genoace that's been customized, and then he uses the G-Xiphos, which itself is a Shaldal variant. And then his final unit is this, which is like an actual, like, it's sort of his own bespoke unit. Like, it is based on data from the AGE 1, but, it is not like a customized version of an existing suit. It's pretty much doing its own thing. And yeah, so this is used by him in part 2 of AGE. And it's really cool. Like most of Wolf's suits, it's all white. So, I'll describe it. As befitting of a man named Wolf, the head has 2 long ears that are going back at an angle on either side of the head. Kind of like the Gundam Wing style antenna or something, but they're definitely going for like ears vibe here, especially again given that it is Wolf that is the pilot. Does have a Mohawk camera, has a bit of a forehead, like a separate forehead guard with the way the panel lining goes. Then around the face, around the bottom, you actually have like sort of a chin, like a chin guard going around the whole face. The face itself is mostly white, though there are some panel lines going down from where the eyes are, which I like the look of. And then the eyes themselves are deeply inset. You've got 2, like, teal eyes. It does have the Gundam style, like, lining around the eyes, but again, as a Wolf suit, instead of being red, it's just white, so... But you can see the close-up, and it's clearly, like, going for the Gundam look around the eyes. Like, having the...
Do you consider this a Gundam?
I mean, it's not, not... Within AGE, it's not, but, I mean, it is. It's a Gundam. This is a Gundam, to me, yes.
I mean, what does the G stand for?
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the G stands for the letter G is cool, but... It's basically...
I mean, Japan certainly thinks that. I'm not sure I agree with them, but...
But, yeah. Moving on to the torso. You have popped up collar pieces around the head. Very boxy for the collar. It's basically like just, like an open, and a square with an open end. Like it's just flat, and then the back part is completely flat as well. The chest, you've got like a upper chest, like breastplate almost, that's separate. With a cockpit hatch located below it. The area, like, I like the indentations going on with the chest here. It's just fun. This guy needs...
Stylized.
Oh, sorry.
Stylized, it evokes, like the AGE device in the middle of the... Yeah.
Which makes sense given what it's based on. The thing with this suit is it has to have, like, the cool details and panel lines. Mainly because, again, it's an all-white suit, so you kind of have to... And I think the shapes do well, breaking it up. The midsection of the torso is... It wraps around, it pops all the way down on the front, and then you have one lower section of torso that covers the sides and the back. For the shoulders, there's a base part at the start that is a bit thicker for the armor, and then the rest of the pauldron comes out. It's kind of flat along the top of it. You've got, like, a secondary guard underneath. It's kind of attached to the actual shoulder underneath, but there's, like, a big gap in the armor to, make room for this extra, like, bit of armor on the inside.
It's a little more like it is of a style that we see a lot, the little like low hanging like partial like arm guard from the shoulder.
Yeah.
But it's got a lot more like it's more like thick and raised than that in a way that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, usually on like a lot of them it'll be like it'll usually start like here, like right where the upper arm starts, but up here it's like the whole, it's a big, it's its own like separate shoulder armor underneath the existing shoulder armor. Which is kind of cool. Bicep, pretty simple, just no panel lining or anything on it. It's pretty standard double joint going on. The forearms, a lot of detail on them. They start off with like it's these sort of hexagonal like shapes on the outside where the joint is connected in. The armor's a little thicker there. It thins out as you start going down on it. Very like angular, again, very Ebikawa. Given that this is an Ebikawa design. There's a bit of a thick wrist thing going on with this, where the wrist area, the armor, it's just thicker around it. It does have a hard point on the bottom of the wrist, it looks like, which is interesting. And then you have a bit of an elbow guard popping back and protecting the back of the joint, and it goes pretty far back, actually. Looking at that.
There's a... we'll get to it in a minute, but it seems like maybe there's an interesting use of that hardpoint.
And then the hands, if you look at the hands, they're kind of fun. They have the round wrist going on, so instead of it being a square pad for the armor on the back of the head, it's actually got like a little round cutout at the base of it, just, for... I don't know, it's just one of those things that makes the wrist look like it's got more movement to it when it's like this. But otherwise, the hands are hands. Then for the waist, the skirt on the front, you've got a crotch piece that's kind of like two parts. You've got like a more flat bit of armor on the top, and then this bit of armor on the bottom that juts forward a bit. Then you've got two skirts on the front here. I believe these skirts are pretty static, actually. I'm sure like the model still makes them move, but like if you look at them, they're not like really hanging down skirts, like there's they're pretty high up. The side skirts are also pretty simple. You've got like a bit of a boxy design on them. There's a bit of an angle that tapers down on the outside face of them. There's an indentation, and these are actually the beam sabers kept in the side skirts, so they are just in the middle of the side skirts. Very square beam sabers here. And then for the rear skirt area, you've got, I believe this is a, on the back of the waist, like a little mount for the gun or something. Like this can pop up, so the gun can plug in and hang out on the back. Which is just interesting because, those are frequently on models, but we usually don't actually see them on the show sete all that often. But, yeah. And then just two flat panel rear skirts there. That thicker at the base, and they kind of thin out as they go towards the outside a bit. For the legs, these are the parts that feel very Age 1 Spallo to me, just in terms of their overall shape. Very thick in the middle for these legs, and then the back is also thick, and you have some thrusters visible on the back of the thighs. The sides are kind of... See, it's interesting because they're thick front to back, but they're actually kind of thin side to side. The thigh just has these two like vents on them. The way they're designed, kind of it looks kind of muscular, but otherwise, like the main part of the leg here, very thin. Connects it. You have the joint there, standard double joint going on with the leg. Then the lower leg.
I feel like this like thigh bit up here with like the venting like this on the side here kind of reminds me of almost AOZ.
Yeah, I could see that. Then for the lower leg, you've got. I like the way this leg fits. So because that you've got that big wedge for the thigh piece there that's in the middle, it kind of ends with like a weird triangular point on the bottom of it, and then. Like if you're looking at it from the side, it's triangular, I should say. It's flat on the front. But it just combines with the lower leg in a way that looks really nice. Like when it's, in its standard standing position. And then this lower leg part, kind of the same thing though. The front armor is like more of a wedge that juts forward. You've got like a panel line in the middle of it. As you hit the bottom, there's like a bit that jumps out right before the foot connects. The sides of it are a bit more rounded. The back of the calves, you've got some thrusters there. And then around the ankle, you have this very integrated like ankle armor. It's kind of a circle basically right above the foot. And then the leg armor also has like this rounded armor right above the ankle armor on the sides of it. Just gives it kind of a very organic look, but again, kind of skinny also feeling, which again, Spallo makes sense. And then the feet, you've got kind of a cool high heel design going on. The toe, you've got a like initial toe section that is just some white armor with a panel line in the middle, and then like the end piece of the toe that is bent a bit more forward, and then you have just a high heel on the back that is just 2 blocks of armor, like an initial block and then a very small little triangle slapped on the back. And they're connected into a very... kind of reminds me of like the IBO like Gundam frame kind of foot, you know, where it's just the big circle that the foot is plugged into on the front and back.
Yeah.
And then finally the backpack. The backpack is a large block on the back with it juts out pretty far, and then below that is a singular thruster. But then on the sides of it, you have like a Tulgi style set of like big vernier pods. And these are, I really like these. So they're kind of pointy. On the inside, they have a lot of gray detailing. You can see a really big thruster on the bottom of, like, on the bottom inside of either of them there. And then on the outside, you can see these panels here. And what these do is, these are doors that can open. So the top door and the door below that both open. And there's these, like, square thrusters on the inside. Trying to see if they... Yes, the wiki does have a picture. Cool. Good. Let me put that in here. Has like a view of them. You can see that it pops open there on the back. And so that's... Oh, sure. Yeah. So it's just these like square thrusters in there. And I really like the way those pop open. I always like, you know, movable binder backpacks like this. So this one is no different. I really like it. And yeah, so that's the G-Bouncer though. For weapons, we've got a Dodds rifle, which you can see in the lower right if you're on the video version of this. The Dodds rifle it uses is a pretty simple design overall. It's just... It looks like a very quintessential Gundam beam rifle to me, just looking at it, you know? Mm-hmm. Where it's just like... It's got a scope on top, it's a bit boxy, and then you've got a round barrel at the end. It's just a very... Again, not to say generic, but it does feel like a very generic Gundam beam rifle in terms of its style overall, to me. Mm-hmm. Just poisonally. But yeah, no real bells and whistles on it. It's just a beam rifle. It spins the beam because, you know.
Only interesting thing to me is the piece on the bottom here that connects... Like, so it seems like the way it works is there's a grip, and then there's like a bottom white piece that plugs into that wrist hardpoint?
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. So it does have that, which is nice. Let me double check it on the model kit, but yeah, I see what you're talking about there. So it probably does have that. I can't remember if the H1's... Because I never pay attention to the H1. I don't remember if the H1's rifle has like a little connector like that, but... The show does like having... connectors like that though on quite a few.
It looks like the H1 normal at least does not.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. If you look, it's not colored white on the model kit because you know the way the design is, but you can see it there. Yeah. It's got a little at the bottom of the grip like a little plug zone that kind of stabilizes it against the wrist also, which is really cool. I always like when they do stuff like that. And Ebikawa does that a lot. I mean, 00 has a lot of designs that do that. The Exia, of course, comes to mind with the way the GM rifle is held. It's got both a handle and a giant plug that goes into the top of the arm, so always like that. The other armaments, though, I mentioned the beam sabers, and then we have a shield here, a really cool shield. So the shield, very pointy along the back. As it goes down, it's got an asymmetrical design. It's got a little wing, basically, on either side. The one on the right side is a little smaller than the one on the left side. And then on the smaller one, though, you have a large green blade come out. Ends in a point and has almost like a fishhook style design going on with it. And this blade is the Shigeru blade. It can both be attached to the shield and used that way, or, as Six is shown in the video if you're there, the blade itself can be detached from the shield. That whole wing section gets removed there, and then it can wield it just as a sword. It's called a Shigeru blade, so theoretically it's using the same materials and whatnot as the Age 1 Spallo's little green sword also that it has. But yeah, pretty simple armament set. I mean, it's a high-speed suit that knows what it's doing. It's shooting beam rifle and cutting up opponents, so makes sense.
Yeah. It's just, as the comparison to the Tall Geese is not accidental. This is one of those, strong fundamentals mobile suits that I really like.
Yep. So, for variants, there's a couple of variants. One really simple one to talk about, mainly because it's mostly a recolor, would be the G-Bouncer Deos, just to bring it up. Uses the same rifle design. It has a different head design. Instead of having the wolf ears, it's just got a single little flat antenna on one side. And then the colors are fun. It's got white inside of the face, chest plate, and the shoulder armor, and then the ankle and the toe. But then it's got a very teal, or almost like a mint, I guess, is maybe how I would describe that. Like a mint green?
Yeah, like a slightly more bluish mint, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
like somewhere between
seafoam?
Mint and
I don't know.
it's almost the color of ice on a Pokemon.
Yeah, it's weird.
Which I know is a weird touchstone, sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, seafoam is the color I was kind of... Let me compare these looking at it. Was where my brain went. It's a little more blue than that, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's a weird color. Anyway.
Oh, god damn it. I'm writing down the list,
yeah.
Right? And I had to title it, and I wrote Mechanista Seafoam. No, wrong. That's not what this episode's called.
And then you have a very dark navy blue for the biceps, midsection of the torso, the cockpit hatch, and the thighs. I really like the colors on this one, actually, quite a bit.
I like the white better, but I don't dislike this.
This one just uses the Dodds rifle, the beam sabers, and the shield. This shield is a different design. You can see that the shield has a just kind of a long design going on with it. It's a very simple, symmetrical shield. No no bells and whistles on this. No extra blade thrown onto it. But yeah. So that's the G-Bouncer Deos.
Do you think it drives Gerard Spriggan crazy how close it is to her hair color, but not quite?
Ooh. It is pretty close. I didn't even think about that. That's
pretty
funny.
Close.
Which makes sense given what it is. Which I guess leads us into our next unit, right? The, Well, do we want to go Thiel? I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. They're both diversions with the same body. Let's just go with the Thieleva because it goes off the G-Bouncer Deos, which,
Okay.
The G-Bouncer Deos crashes into an asteroid, is messed up, and then, they make the, Thieleva, and they're also both piloted by Gerard Spriggan, so, So, yeah,
and,
the Thieleva. Oh, yeah.
This isn't Gyobu, is it?
No, this is Ebikawa.
The colors are Ipe.
Yeah, no, this is before Ipe, because Ipe's not until G-Reiko. Which is
that makes sense. But you have to admit.
Oh yeah, these colors are wild. I love these colors. I wish they would do a kit of this damn thing. I love it.
That's cool.
This is like one of those ones that I've been like waiting for, considering they did like the not the Clanch, the Adele O custom or whatever. I really fucking Obright's random final unit. I'm like, Gerard Spriggan means just as much as Obright, so they don't mean much, but give me this, please. It's cool.
There is one AGE kit that I own.
Uh-huh.
Can you guess it?
Would it be... Is it one of the Farjas?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah,
It's the Fawn, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I kind of felt like it.
No, you know my aesthetic. Good work.
The Farge is cool, and the Fawn Farge is even cooler, so... Yeah. Alright, so for this design, the head has changed once again. Now the head has... Behind the mohawk, so the ears are shortened, but it does have like a little ear antenna behind each of the side like head vents. Behind the mohawk, though, you have a really long extended antenna, so it ends up having like this 3-horn look. The eyes have been changed to a visor, though, as you posted the screenshot there, the normal eyes are still underneath. It's just like some glass put in front of the normal eyes. So I always love that look. That always makes me happy. The next major design difference is on the torso middle piece. The breastplate now has like a pink panel line on the inside of it that is like a glowy bit in there. X-Rounder shit, I presume. So, that's there. The arms and legs, though, don't really change the design of the G-Bouncer. It's just different color blocking, which is another reason why they should just do the damn kit. The actual change comes when we get to the backpack, though. The backpack, you've got, instead of the 2 thruster pods, you have these 2 large T-bits, as they are called. So the T-bits here have both a ranged and melee mode. So these parts, it's kind of weird how these launch, because they're actually, like, upside down on here from the way you would think they would be. Because when they launch, this whole back section right here, which is the top, is the thruster. Like, those are thrusters, and then it's got little thrusters around. But then you can either use the blades that are on the front and obviously just stab with them, or there is a beam gun in the middle of them and can, fire the beams. Now, it does mention they can serve as thrusters when attached to the Thieleva. I would think you would want them the other way around for that, personally.
I mean, they're on little arms.
Yeah, they can rotate, so yeah, that's fair. It's not like
or maybe you want to, maybe it's like Armored Core and you want to be able to down dash real quick.
I mean, I guess this is being used in space, so that's actually not entirely out of the question, right? I mean, also the arms have quite a bit of flexibility, as can be seen here, because you can see it raises up on the back and then it hasn't actually disconnected yet. So
wow.
It can aim them over the shoulder, which is cool.
You should probably open up the blades before you fire that, though. You're just going to shoot your own shit.
Well, yeah. So typically when it's attacking with the blades, it will spin around at a high speed, so it drills through the enemy. Which I think that this machine is really cool, though. Otherwise, the beam rifle is the Dodds rifle. It's got the 2 beam sabers, and it uses the G-Bouncer Deos' shield. So yeah, it's a cool design. There's technically 2 variants of them. I believe these are both recolors from the video game. The Domina is, which I can show here. There's the G-Bouncer Domina, the Thieleva Domina, which is a red Thieleva. Though it does actually look like maybe instead of having it actually has just the eyes with no glass on the front of them, which is, so it has a little bit of a model difference. But otherwise, it's beam saber, Dodds rifle, shield, and the T-bits, and it's just in red and yellow.
I like it though.
It does look good, yeah.
I mean, the other one's cooler, but this one has its own charms.
Yeah, no, for sure. Then finally, the last ones we'll be talking about, I believe, would be the...
Do we not have any art of them? I know the wiki doesn't. You don't have any art of the Monarch?
I do not.
That's too bad. Okay.
Let me check. I can check real quick to see if there's some art of it like around on like one of the other websites.
Do you ever love Google?
No, not usually actually.
I just want to post, like, Thieleva Monarch. It's probably this image that came up, right? That's it, right there.
Oh.
Yeah, that looks like a mobile suit.
Okay.
I hope
so
she's doing
I can't find any info about the Monarch. No, I can't find it. I tried doing Monaku because I was trying to guess like what it was, but yeah, no, can't find anything on it.
That's too bad.
Maybe it's Ma. Maybe it's a Ma at the front, even though they spell it with an O in the title there. Monaku. Sounds more like monarch, but I'm just checking real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, can't find it.
That's too bad.
All right.
Okay.
So the last of these, the last little spin-off of the G-Bouncer, though, and the one I have the kit of, though I built it with the regular G-Bouncer head because it has the parts left over. This would be the G-Xiphos, which is named, So it's interesting, when I saw XI, when I see that, my brain goes, well, C or she, so Xiphos, but the katakana just says G-Xiphos, even though I don't think that's how you pronounce the word for sword, the Greek word for sword.
I mean, you're probably right, but also, don't we, like, famously pronounce a lot of this shit wrong? Like, Titans?
Tetons, yeah. Well, anyway, whatever.
And Hercules?
Yeah, to be fair, though, we have the AGE Gundam, so that's why my brain went with that.
Sure, I'm just saying, who knows?
Anyway, so this machine, though, is used by the Basidian pirates, very obviously. And I quite like this one. So this variant, we look at the head, the main change is the head now has, extending away from the ears, you've got like these, it's got a bit of a cap going on, is kind of the look it's going for, is like a hat. Because all the pirate units do weird things with their head. Then I really love the contrast though, right? Like, because you've got like an initial dark gray, then you have like a near black color for like the forehead guard, and then I like that the face is white though, so you get like this like good contrast between the colors here. Same with on the chest. We do have quite a few design differences even compared to the Thieleva, which is funny because they did make a model of this one. So the head, I mentioned the changes. The torso is the same, other than you've got a Basidian little pirate logo in the middle of the chest. The shoulders...
But with the color contrast, you can actually see the shape of it and its depth a little better.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, that is good. The shoulders... The armor looks to me like it's a bit more reinforced. It's a bit thicker in the middle, and you've got these, like, little lines cut into it. The other change I could mention is, on the left arm, this is kind of an optional bit of equipment that it can do. This is the Dodds Buster H, which is essentially a large piece that it removes the hand, and it adds a hook hand. It is a weapon that is like mostly in like a gray color. It's got a barrel at the end, and then it's got a hook that can move around on like a little, it's got like movable parts there. So when it fires the gun, obviously it moves the claw out of the way. Then the right arm, though, same design. These skirts are a different design. The front skirts are larger and thicker. They're all one piece. They've got a bunch of these little cuts in them. The side skirts are different. Does not have the beam sabers anymore, just has larger side skirt armor flat there. And then the rear skirt armor is the same design, nearly the same design as the front skirt armor, larger with the little lines in the middle of it. Then the thighs, feet, backpack, etc., those are all the same though. So main changes are extra armor on the shoulders and the skirts, and then the left hand is replaced with a like goofy hook hand with a gun on it, which is fun. The other weapon it has, which can be seen in the art, is its high output heat sword. I really like it. It's made out of a rare metal, so it can cut really well. I love when Gundam just is like, it's made out of a rare metal. I think this sword is a really cool design, though. A fun thing that the kit does, because... So, the left arm hook is optional. You can also just use, 2 normal hands. And explicitly, if you're using 2 normal hands, it even comes with an extra rotated wrist. So, for the model kit, you can have it two-handing the big sword, which I think is fun, because the handle is long enough to two-hand. Yeah, I think this is a really cool design overall. However, there's actually a cooler version of it, in my opinion.
There is a cooler version of it, yes.
The G-Xiphos Snake Sword Equipment type, which we will put in. Changes only one thing, but it makes it way cooler than the original one.
Yeah, I wasn't as big of a fan of that sword. This sword, however, fucking rules.
Yeah. So to describe it, on the left hand, instead of having the hook hand, now what you have is essentially a giant claw. It's got like a thumb claw and 2 finger claws. In between the 2 finger claws, though, is the snake sword, which is a heat sword that can turn into a whip. And also, this is apparently a beam gun inside of there. Oh no, it's on the underside. Okay, I see it. This is very fun to me also, because this is by Ebikawa. And you know what this very much reminds me of, especially with the way it straightens? It reminds me of the Reginald H. Julia.
Yes.
And the way that sword works.
Because the wiki is like, it's like the Epion, and I'm like, I feel like I can't like, my brain is like, I don't think the Epion is the thing, but my brain can't. It's like, oh, of course.
Yeah, no, the Reginald H. Julia is much more like this. Now, to be fair, when AGE came out, I would probably compare it more to the Epion, sure, but
I suppose that's fair, timelines and such,
but now that I guess I would say the Reginald H. Julia sword is much like the G-Xiphos' snake sword equipment. I just think it's really cool, though. It's just like, a big segmented blade. It's got like a thick, kind of connecting piece in the middle of it.
And what does it have that Julia doesn't? It's a heat blade.
Yeah, it's a heat blade. Instead of just being a rare metal blade, like in IBO, which also uses rare metal, which is yellow, for whatever reason, but
to show you how rare it is, like gold.
Ah, yes. Anyway, yeah, no, this version's really cool. I like that it also kind of implements the shield from the it's kind of like the shield from the G-Bouncer Deos, but with the beam gun built into it, so, it's got like the similar shape, but then a beam gun on the bottom of it, which is cool. So it's just kind of like a big all-in-one weapon system on the left arm. It's got little claws, it's got the big sword, it's got a beam gun, and, it's got a shield side, so, yeah. I think this rules, and I'm sad this did not get a kit. But, yeah.
Other things I'm sad about. I'm sad but we don't have art of the another variant here, the Pioneer Alpha, which is, only exists, as far as I can tell, just as a description in a novel. We don't have a picture.
I don't think this was ever actually given a design. This is just described in the novel. I'm double checking real quick. I'm checking in Japanese. Yeah, no, I'm not finding it at all. Let me see, actually. Hold on. This is GundamBase.net, which is the official Gundam website. Hold on. Do we have a picture of a model that is doing this? Pioneer Alpha. Oh, yes. We do have a picture of it.
Ooh?
So, according to this, let me double check this if I'm reading this correctly. Created as a mass production machine with remote weapons based on the data of the Thieleva prototype machine. Pioneer Alpha. Okay. Oh no, this is the Pioneer Beta. Damn it. This is a custom build by someone for the Gundam base staff blog. I'm so mad. So this is a custom, and it mentions the Pioneer Alpha, but they never made a Pioneer Alpha for this. I'm so sad.
Damn it.
I will show their build though, because it is on an official Gundam website. It's on GundamBase.net. Just to show it to you. Here's what it looks like. And then let me get the front and the back. So it's just kind of a Thieleva G-Bouncer mix. It's got a unique... Oh wait, I didn't realize that was two pictures. Sorry, I thought those were two separate pictures.
I don't find this very exciting. I mean, it's cool
No,
colors.
it's cool colors.
It's sad how little there is unique to it.
Yeah, no. I am very sad. That's the only one that comes up when you look up Pioneer Alpha, unfortunately.
I mean, it's a mass-produced G-Bouncer. It makes sense that it's a slightly more, yeah. I do like its head fin, though.
Yeah, no, the Thieleva... I guess it's not quite like the Thielevas.
It's not a Thieleva one. It's more blocky.
Yeah, it's blockier. Because the Thieleva's coming out of the back and it's more flat. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, I like this family of machines in general. I think they're a fun little group. I wish we got more of them as kits.
I think the G-Bouncer is my favorite of them. But I do like the Xiphos snake sword. That's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one I really like. Let me see if I have a picture of my model, because what I did was, like I said, I don't like the head shape as much on the Xiphos, so I just kind of built the regular G-Bouncer head on it. Let me see if I have a picture of that. That was at my old house, so I should have a picture of it, actually. It was from a long time ago. Personal models and figures. AGE. No, wait. No. It's AGE, right? That's the name of the line. No, I guess I don't have any singular... I guess I never took pictures of it. Dang. Like, just on its own, at least. It's probably showing up, like, on my desk in, like, a group shot, but, you know. I just don't have any singular pictures of it. Well, while I'm looking through those real quick, with that, 6... Where can people find you online in your work?
You can find me on bluesky6.scanlinemedia.com. You can, that's true. You can also find my work. My brain stopped for a second. Scanlinemedia.com or patreon.com/scanlinemedia for my work. Join the Scanline Media Discord. I'm gonna put out the official message because it's time. We need more requests.
Yeah.
We're about to be down to 2 people on the list. Because we got a request this week, as we mentioned, that's just going to be a little more work. But next time we will do that one, and we will be down to 2 people who have requests. And I would like more folks on that list. And, you know, the show ran before we got listener requests. The show can run after. But, you know, it's fun. I like being a little more surprised.
There was a point where we were so inundated with them, and now it's just kind of funny. We ended up
we just worked through them.
Now we needed them. Oh, it's in the middle of the group, unfortunately, so it's so hard to get a good picture of it. I forgot I did do some extra custom painting on it, too. It's just, unfortunately, very far in the back. I guess I will... Here, I'm going to throw it in here. You can see it in the back there. So, it's got the G-Bouncer head, and then, this is before I did some of the extra paint work. I painted some other parts of it in a different color, like the little inner shoulder parts. Oh, you can actually see this here. I ended up painting like the little gaps in its extra shoulder armor silver on the inside there, and I painted the front of the chest silver there. So, that was fun.
Why are your pictures like it's encrypted?
Because these were done on a really old digital camera from 2007 or something. That it was the only way I had to take pictures then. I didn't have a cell phone.
That's fair.
I didn't have a cell phone at that time. Alright, I had a cell phone, it didn't have a camera. Is how I should put that. It was a very crappy top-up card phone that I was using for a while. But I used to not have a good way of doing pictures. Anyway, I'm Dylan. You can find me at Low Poly Robot on Busky. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Does the cat let you do that, Star Fox? That's a wolf quote.
Peace.
Peace.